and 30 meters equates to what? We're doing math here, people.
It would be like maybe half of like 100.
So that mean that men that are
So
tall.
that's what I said. Like,
so 98 feet. So basically 100 feet. So the man was 100 feet tall.
Right. So that mean if you.
Yo, I'm sorry, Snaps. I'm sorry, I can't get. You guys don't know this basic information that I've been telling y'all for fucking thousands of years.
No, because it's hard to hear a lot of this stuff that you say, because I feel like you have a lot of knowledge, but then you mix in the fucking trolling, and I get pissed.
That's not trolling, because you guys were talking about the pyramids, right?
No,
but then I asked him a question.
General, Pablo.
No. At first, in the beginning of the conversation, I mean, you know, that's your opinion about me trolling or whatever the fuck. I'm not encouraging that conversation. I'm not. That's a conversation me and you can have personally different. I'm talking about the conversation where it started from. We're talking about jinns and stuff because listen, the story of Solomon. If you know the story, you know, son of David. The story of Solomon, son of David, right? You know the story of Solomon.
We don't want to hear you mythologize them.
We don't want to hear you mythologize. What does mythologize mean? Is mythologize a word? We don't want to hear you. Yo, I gotta ignore you. Hold up. Yeah, and I just ignored that dumb bitch. We don't want to hear you mythologize. Where the fuck is the word mythologize in the dictionary? All right. Let me finish. So the story of Suleiman alayhi salam, right? Solomon, right? The Solomon's temple that's in Jerusalem and everything like that, and all that. That gold dome, that's actually like there's things that are on that dome that's not from this earth. You cannot find these materials on this earth. These materials are either from other planets that came on a comet, like, you know, fossil fuel and all this other shit. Not fossil fuel, fucking, I don't know, this fucking random shit, right? Whatever. Right, so it's the story of Solomon is that he was able to talk to every animal in the world, and not only animals, aliens, like, but which we call jinns, right? And I just feel like that's like I feel like they call them aliens. This is the divide and conquer strategy. He wants to say that aliens aren't jinns, but in reality, jinns are the unseen and aliens are the unseen.
No.
What the definition? Hold on, relax, Egyptian. The definition of UFO is what? Unidentified. You know what I mean? And what is the jinn, the unseen?
Okay, I will tell you what. I will know why now it is not the same, because people think alien will come from the space with a spaceship, and that is not what jinn doing. So
they have technology. The jinns can move. Some of them come as humans. Listen, some of them come as humans. They play tricks with people. They play many tricks with people.
Can see jinns, okay?
Yes, you can. You can see jinns. If the story of Suleiman alayhi salam, if you believe in the story, so how did Solomon talk to jinns if he didn't see them?
Because that is the power that he has. That God gave him the power to control jinns. And
so God gave him a power, and isn't Solomon a human being?
He's human, but he's a special human because
okay. So you telling me that humans can't see jinns, but yet Solomon seen jinns and he was a human?
What? I didn't hear you say.
What?
Pablo.
My friend, you are very young.
My friend, you are very gay.
Your mother is gay. You fuck your father. I say he was young. This motherfucker is young-minded. This motherfucker thinks aliens are coming down in spaceships and shit. And he thinks that you think aliens from the space? You think aliens from the space? This is, you know, when burn lava, not to bring them up and not to talk shit about them, but when burn lava talks shit about Muslims and people who believe in Allah and not aliens, this is why they talk about people like that, because dumbass motherfuckers like this, who can't even put the two and two together and say, oh, maybe they confuse the jinn for the aliens, and the aliens is playing with their mind and with the devil, when he just said that the jinns came from the devil. Dumbass can't even put two and two together and uses common sense and common knowledge. That's why I said you're very young, and you said you're very gay, and your father fuck you.
Very gay.
So Pablo, you believe?
Yep.
You believe the jinns came down, right? And
yes, I believe the jinns.
Damn, I can't even ask my question.
I believe the jinns came down.
No, I'm saying this. Like, because when I watched the movie Wishmaster when I was like 8 years old, the jinn came and he asked the people, you know, make your wishes, whatever you want in the world. But they had to give something in return, you know, like sell their soul, baby.
Yes, it's a sacrifice, bro. He's talking. I don't know how he's saying this. Yo, bro, I don't know how he's in Egypt and he didn't ever invent the pyramids. I don't know. You never built the pyramids.
Dude, what did
that's why I was curious. I started thinking, I'm like, yo, you're over there. They have to tell. I'm just asking about the history.
He never seen the pyramids. Yo, bro, first of all, Islam. Yo, okay. Forget that. Yo, Islam, let's talk about what you just brought up. Okay, Islam, we're gonna talk about what you brought up, right?
Why you do that?
No, hold on, because I want to talk about what Islam asked me, right? Islam asked me a question about the movie that he seen. In Islam, if you want to capture a jinn, this guy is talking about you cannot see jinn. You actually can. In Islam, if you read the Suratul Jinn 60 times in a circle, and you do a ritual, and you do it, you can actually capture a jinn, and it will actually work for you. But while you're doing that, like the sacrifice, while you're doing that thing, a whole bunch of jinns come to you as your mother, as your daughter, and they try to get you to leave the circle. Once you leave the circle, they'll fucking cripple you like an exorcism, and they'll fucking turn your bones inside out, and they have every right and every will to kill you and do whatever is in their realm. Because when humans start interacting with them, Allah allows all the jinns to do whatever they want with you, because you are not entering a different realm. You're not living like a regular 9-to-5 person. You're not living like a fucking Bill Gates person. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's how they make all these movies, and they put religion in these movies, and then they fucking put a remix on them and make fucking jinns, UFOs, and fucking pharaohs, like, you know, mystical gods and shit.
Hear, you know, what's taught rather than the fucking movie shit. Because I love movies. I know what the fuck this is. That's movies, but you can't believe that shit. It's only particles, you know.
They put the reality. This is the reality of the truth is that they put the facts with the fiction. The reality of the truth is they put the facts with the fiction. They turn fact into fiction, so you don't know the truth from the difference. And this is how you master manipulate things.
Yeah, I believe that.
What is movies? They're literally manipulation. That's literally why you like watching movies, because it's manipulating your brain into making you feel like you're scared of something that's not really there.
Manipulating it to their sense.
No, but even like fear, like when you're scared in a scary movie, are you actually scared for your life?
No.
Are you actually scared for your life, or are you manipulated to
with these movies that they say, you know, based on true events, they'll sprinkle in
what
some
service
true
are you
shit,
looking
and
for?
then they put a whole bunch of fake shit in it, so you don't know what the fuck to believe.
Oh, hey, you're in trouble. Okay, I'll deal with
I want to hear what they talk about in the movies. I know what they see in the movies. So I want to see what they're talking about before the movies came
in real life. Okay, so I never really care to watch movies, but every time I watch a movie, I see a reference of the Bible, a reference of the Torah, a reference of the Quran. And so, like, me learning these stories, and like when I was taught these stories, they're like fairy tales that people say they're fairy tales, right? But to me, they were actually, I was envisioning that people could do that. So my life was endless possibilities, you know what I mean? But I knew that there was a grounded law, and that, you understand what I'm saying? You have to live by the land of the law, and the law of the land, and you know what I mean, and all that. I mean, all that other shit. So, like, I would dibble and dabble in this creation, right? And so I would see the parallels, and I would always try to convert people to Islam through using their thought processes and what they know to be reality and what they know to be truth. You don't tell a person to come to Islam by saying it's haram to stop drinking. Oh, you can't drink, it's haram, or something like that. Like, you understand what I'm saying? You gotta introduce them to Allah first, to let them understand that there is a creator watching over this whole universe, and everything has an order. And then from there, when they start asking this God to God, my first thing is ask, oh, who created me, guide me. Oh, who created me, save me. That's what That's the story of Abraham, right? The story of Abraham was that his father made gods, right? His father made statues that people used to worship. And so imagine your father's making statues that people are worshiping in your town. What do you look at your father as if he's creating the gods that people worship? So he started questioning the statues and was like, that's not, he said, I don't worship you. I worship who created you. And then they threw him in the fire. He said, oh, who made me, save me. And that's the prayer that I go by. When I'm on my motorcycle, when I'm in my car, when I'm outside in the hood, oh, who created me, save me.
Oh man. Yeah, Pablo, you're lagging like crazy.
I knew this was gonna go left.
I know I'm not the
Anyways, now it's just showing.
only
You're all loaded up
Take
and
pictures. Y'all want to see me when I was little?
Is this a nice dinner?
Now I can get up my hinds and let
What's up, Chrissy?
stop talking. Hey, two girls. Hey, London.
Who is it?
Hey, Barry.
I'm still mad at you, Chrissy.
Why? Because I banned you?
Yeah, you had to get it out, huh?
Nah, you said I couldn't ban you. That's why I banned your ass.
I said you shouldn't ban me.
No, you said I couldn't ban you.
Oh, okay. Well, you had to get it out, huh?
Yep. I had to let you know, nigga.
Ain't that a bitch?
She says she's bad.
That's right.
I ain't gonna lie, me and Prissy been through some battles, but I think Prissy only banned me twice ever. And we done said crazy shit to each other.
Yeah, see, I don't remember half the battles that we were in.
Yeah, shit, you still my old hag.
And you my old nigga.
And you still drinking them goddamn C.
What? Don't bother me. I just got out of the hospital. Don't.
Exactly. That's the exact reason why he's bothering you. Was that I ain't even see it, but I heard it. What was that? A 2 liter?
A strawberry soda.
Oh, he got to make shit around.
Look when I
Why
was
you doing
one.
that?
Do you know you see this?
Water.
It wasn't a 2 liter.
It's a 2, but he knew what I meant. That's about soda.
Yeah, but I
Look how blonde I was.
Messed up. You look like a whole different person.
I know, I've changed so much.
You're actually very attractive in that picture. Put that picture back up.
What happened? Look at me. I'm going
I
through.
didn't say what happened. Hold on. Can you put that picture back up?
Thanks, Lava. This is me, I think shortly after I had my son. No, 2019? Yeah. My son was 2.
Still had that glow. Your hair looks nice like that.
It was summertime, you know. A lot of bad shit happened shortly after this, so like a lot changed, you know. That's okay. At the end of the day, even if I am getting less attractive, that's not my MO. And that's not my mo. That's not my mo. No, but I'm just saying, like in general, as I get older, if I'm less attractive, I know who I am inside, so that my identity isn't based on the fact that I'm pretty. You know, it's like based on like my moral compass. So like when people say like, you know, everyone's scared to get old and shit, I'm like, this is a shell, dude. This is your body, you know? Like you should just be happy that it takes you from A to B. Like it is what it is, you know? Anyways. For y'all fucking simple-minded asses.
Nah, but the blonde hair does it.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, you know, I just it's a lot of work, and since my hair is relatively dark, I have to bleach the fuck out of it to get it so light, and it's expensive. Again, I'm a single mom now. This was back when I was like married. It was a dual income household. We were both doing relatively well, so I could experiment more. But now I'm being more frugal with my money, you know.
Yo, but we keep breezing over this fact, and I keep wanting to bring it back. How is this motherfucker 200 feet tall or 100 feet tall?
Bro, okay. You know, science wants to tell you. Yo, Blunted. Science wants to tell you about humanity coming from apes and shit, and we getting taller as civilization grows. That's bullshit. You can actually see our lineage in this lifetime right now getting shorter. So how the fuck you don't believe that we were taller back in the days? And you're talking about, okay, so we talked about the needle that was built, and we found that it was between Siberia, it was a competition between Siberia and China, right? And that was 45,000 years ago. No. Yeah, like 45,000 years ago. So you telling me 45,000 years ago when they was creating this different type of shit, fucking, and then before that we was living, that we was short, and we grew taller?
I don't know, but listen.
Logically, what makes sense?
I hear you. I need to see some bones of 100-foot tall motherfucker.
They have bones. They have Abraham's footprints inside of Mecca right now. You can Google Abraham's footprints. It's stoned in.
Really? I gotta look this up.
Look it up.
100-foot. Yo. So what caused them to start to shrink?
What do you mean? I mean, because we stopped, bro.
Maybe it was evolution.
We started dumbing ourselves down. Yeah, we started dumbing ourselves down. We started warring with each other. Yeah. Evolution is real, but not in the way that they tell you.
If it was evolution or de-evolution? Because I would think that you're not going ahead that way, no. And if they're talking about Adam and Eve.
Evolution means evolving. Whether you evolve,
had a higher power than us because he had the ability to actually speak to God and hear God.
No, but then think about it. They say there was like, what's it called, megalodons or whatever, massive sharks, and sharks aren't big anymore. That all the large ones went extinct or whatever.
So you're telling me there were midgets? There were midgets and aliens who built the pyramids.
Saber-toothed tigers, all that.
Midgets and aliens built the pyramid? Wait, that makes a lot of sense.
She said alien and dwarves.
No, not her. I'm talking about if you think that we were shorter in the past and we got taller, that means that there were midgets who built the pyramids. And then they say the rocks are so big that, you understand what I'm saying?
Look at my grandma. Don't I look like her? Check this out. Aww.
Right, it's been proven that humans were bigger. We ain't come from no fucking monkeys. Monkeys actually came from humans. Pigs actually came from humans. But people want to say the opposite. If you could clearly believe that science, that humans can turn into apes, that apes can turn into humans, you don't think humans can turn into apes? That it can't work the opposite way? I don't understand that. Can you not minus 1 plus 1?
No. It doesn't work that way. Because
yeah, you guys think it doesn't.
Anyways. You don't want to be constructive. You just want to talk.
How? It's religious people believe, religious people believe that men turn into apes and swine. What does that mean?
What do they believe?
Before science said apes, we came from apes. Before science said that, right? the Quran and the Bible, no, matter of fact, I think it was the Torah, right? Literally says that God turned man into ape and swine.
Interesting.
Then later on, science tried to flip that and say we came from apes.
Let me send you a video.
So does that mean, is that why you don't eat pork, because it's cannibalism?
Kinda, but you're allowed to eat pork if that's the only thing that you can survive off. You're not supposed to consume it.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So Muslims are allowed to eat pork if that's the only thing that's around.
Exactly. When people are like, I remember
people are just fucking ignorant.
When I was growing up and people were just like, what if all that was left in the world was pork? I'm like, then I guess I would eat pork. Like, it's just what's the
right. It's actually told that you can eat it. Like,
to survive, you can eat it. Like,
and fish, and no matter what, if there's no halal, you can always eat fish. Fish is, but you shouldn't consume too much fish because they got mercury. That's the reason why they threw.
It's a chat room, and I can fucking talk. Shut up. Y'all just want to hear men talk. Y'all just like are so fucking gay.
Stop.
Yo, you be taking it too serious. Yeah, you be taking it too serious. You take it too serious. It's a flirty joke. It's a flirty joke. It's a flirty joke.
I want to know. I want to know why we went from being 900 years old to lifespan.
Right, people live longer.
That's what I want to know.
Say that again. I'm sorry. What was that? What was that, Percy? There was a car going by.
Oh, I said I want to know why we went from being 900 people down to 100 or less.
Wasn't that because of the original sin?
No. The original sin was when we came down from heaven. But also that they were taller. Humans were taller. They lived for longer. They said a story about one of the prophet's children dying, and they said, oh, he died at a young age, and he said, how old is he? And he was like 500. Like what? That was a young age.
Maybe the measurement of time was different to us.
That's exactly what it was.
Where the fuck is Papa? I want to send him this video.
I mean, hasn't the measurement of time always been measured by the solstice and the lunar solstice? I mean, so measurement of time has been constant. I think that's the one constant that we could all that everyone would agree on in a sense. No.
No.
Or is it maybe the way they're counting it? Maybe the way they're counting it? I don't know.
But you gotta think about how the calendar years are as well. You know what I'm saying? If you take 2 months off the calendar year, things will go a lot faster.
I hear you. I understand where you're coming from. 100. Yeah, but still, even with 2 months on the calendar year, it would take you 10 years to get 10 times the amount. You know what I mean? Like so that still wouldn't help the situation. But I hear where you're coming from, because in my mind I was using the current 12-month structure, but. Nah, I don't know.
But the Gregorian calendar, that's a relatively new. That's like a recent measurement.
Yeah.
Hi, Kitty. It was busy.
And Blended, I'm gonna send you a video too. I'm gonna send it to Pablo, and I'm gonna send it to Blended. It was really, really interesting. It's basically all historical facts of like the breakdowns of when Islam started and then the direction that it headed in. But it was really informative for me. Anyway.
Thank you.
Anyway.
Yo, listen. Imagine having to satisfy a 100-foot woman. Like, I would have to jump into that pussy. Literally. Jump into that pussy.
Oh my god, that reminds me of this weird fan
You would
fiction
probably have to
about
blow up her
George.
pussy and like jack your
You
dick
need a
out to
12-foot
get her
dildo.
pregnant. You would
You're gonna need a 12-foot dildo.
It would be
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we hear you, Dina. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
sorry, Dina. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Okay, so what Blaine said reminded me of this fan. Do you guys remember George Shrinks?
No.
Okay, maybe that was a Canadian thing, but okay, it was like a cartoon character that's only like 3 inches tall. So someone was like writing a fan fiction about how he would jump in coochie and like start moving around. Like that's regular human.
Well, yes, that's exactly what I was imagining.
Oh my god, I actually just remembered that. I don't know how I came across that, but I was so like reading the whole thing.
Well, that's exactly what I was imagining having to do to a 100-foot woman, jumping in that pussy.
Wait, if you don't,
It sounded kind of fire when I was reading it.
you don't see the American one?
Do some backstroke. Hell yeah, I see American guys do some backstrokes.
Remember that one scene?
Yeah, but that bitch eats you up. Like, you dead after that, so I'm good. Like, I'm good with all her shit. I don't want none of them shenanigans.
This lady's swallowing people up with her coochie, and there's a whole universe in there. They're just floating.
Oh my god. And that's where we live? In one giant visual Sunday? And that's what the universe is?
That's what they...
You've never seen American Guys? Probably just to see if it's a good show.
London, have you ever heard about the egg theory?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna send you the link.
Don't you talk about it, Pikey?
It's hard to explain. If I could put a link in the box, I would put it in the box for everybody to watch. I just think it's like, I just thought the video was really beautiful. The theory is really beautiful. And yeah, it's one that I would like to think could be a possibility. You know, if you can take that off the setting for like 2 seconds, I can put it in the box. This video is just very touching, very moving.
Hey, Snappy Boo.
Hey, baby. Been missing you.
Yeah, me too. How have you been?
I'm good.
Anyway, how was everyone's day?
My day was busy.
Better than
What did
you.
you do, Chrissy?
I had my infusion, then I had physical therapy, then I had occupational therapy, and then I had to make a bunch of phone calls. And people
Mental
were
therapy.
calling. Shut up, Barry. You need mental therapy, nigga.
My bad, Kate.
How long are you going to be doing the physiotherapy?
You mean the physical therapy?
Yeah.
Probably 6 months or so. And the occupational therapy is for 3 months.
My bad, killer.
Is it every day?
No, it's once a week, or twice a week.
Oh, okay. That's nice.
Yeah, I really like the physical therapy. The
Wait,
occupational
you like physical therapy?
Yes. I like the occupational therapy. It's boring.
Yeah, but isn't it painful, the physical therapy?
No. Mm-mm.
No, I remember I tore a muscle in my thigh when I was fat, and my thigh swelled up. So they sent me for like physiotherapy, and these bitches were fucking massaging my leg. And that was the most pain I've been through, like, ever.
Really?
Yeah, physiotherapy definitely worked for me.
It's physical
The
therapy.
worst pain I've been through is like Chrissy got up and started twerking. That was the most pain I've ever been through.
Barry, you're not about to do that. Not tomorrow, woman.
Smash, you want to challenge me to a duel?
I wish I had a glove so I could just backhand you with it.
It's such a good video. Just save it in your watch later, and then wait when you're feeling a little sentimental, when you're feeling a little wondrous about the world, perhaps a little whimsical. Give it a go. You know, it's a lovely
Hey, Pisces.
Hey, maybe I'm corny, but at least I have a fucking job.
Hey, Pisces. Stop fucking talking to the fucking box.
Sorry.
You bringing out your real Pisces side.
I know. I get annoyed.
Fucking emotional.
I don't even know anything about Pisces.
Somebody need to whoop your ass, Pisces.
I'm a fucking sweetheart, but some people be pissing me off. I'm always mad.
Are you guys supposed to be emotional? Like,
I think we're the most emotional sign.
You know what it is? I'm gonna tell you exactly what you're going through. You ain't slut that pussy out.
I don't want to slut my pussy out, and that's not good advice to give to somebody that you care about. Okay?
I care about you, but
you should never say that to someone. You should never encourage women to like go beyond their comfort zone.
Right, now
that's not true.
Let's indulge what he's saying. What would her sliding her coochie out do to her?
Yes, what would that do for me?
It make her feel good. I'm not saying go fuck the whole world or even have sex for money. But if it's a person that you see that you may like,
what does slut your pussy out mean?
If you just go fuck who you want to fuck.
Go fuck. The problem is, I don't want to fuck it. You know what I'm saying?
You need to fuck yourself. You need to fuck yourself. Take these 2 fingers.
I know. I need to fuck myself more. We were talking about it. I need to fuck myself more, for sure.
You do.
I think it's important. I think growing up Muslim, there was a lot of like shame associated with sex. And yeah.
Now, you know I'm a therapist, right?
I'm working on it. So yeah, I don't want to fuck other people because like.
You know I'm a therapist, right?
But yeah.
I'm
gonna go fuck myself.
Go fuck yourself.
I'm 30. I was 20 2 months ago. It's 29.
Oh yeah, you're 30 now. You grown up now though.
I know. And guess what? I've been through a lot of shit and life.
Hey, just stop it right there. Listen.
What?
You're gonna have to start paying us to listen to your problems.
What? What problem?
You gotta start paying. You gotta start being more happy.
I just told you I'm a G and I can handle stuff.
But I can't handle you with your problems, baby. You feel me?
What would you like to talk about, Barry?
Not your problems, baby. Let's talk about your accomplishments. Give me 5 things that you listen. Give me 5 things.
I just want to be humble on here. I ain't trying to
Listen. I'm not saying stretch your stuff. Well, you should stretch your stuff. But what I'm saying is, show me 5 things that you're proud of yourself about.
Shit, I'm proud of a lot. But if I start talking about it,
tell me 5 without going back to how bad something is.
I'm good. I don't want to do this interview.
But how come you can tell me how bad, like every second is about like this and that, or you
what did I just talk about? I didn't say anything negative, Barry.
I didn't say you said no. You're what I'm saying is you kind of like.
I have my child. What the fuck is wrong with you, Scarface? Don't actually piss me off and say some dumb shit.
But why is he saying that shit though?
Because that's fucking repulsive. Because that's what he wants. That's the problem. They see a woman who actually like, I don't have custody, Scarface. Take a dick in your ass, you fucking bitch. I will never say that. Fuck you.
Wait, she literally killed her kid like earlier today. Now, y'all do the most, I swear.
Hey, Pisces, you too emotional, baby. You might have to just log off for a minute. Cool down, you feel me?
We literally saw her kid today, like, on camera.
Yeah, but y'all gotta keep people's kids out of stuff, man. Of course that's... Nah. Don't do that.
Hey, look, I ain't gonna need to lie. Nigga cammed up in this room at a funeral, at his aunt's funeral, and we roasted that bitch. So, nigga, we don't give a fuck.
You know what? The thing is this, is like, I don't think she was wrong how she felt, but she's going through some big shit right now, and I don't think this environment is best for her.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm trying to tell her to change. Like, She really is.
She exactly coming on here to divulge that information.
Like, she looking for this as an outlet. And I don't think that's just the room that do that shit. You feel me?
She said it herself though. She doesn't see herself staying on here too long, and I don't see her staying on here much longer either.
Nah, she gonna be on here. It's a drug at this point.
No, she gonna come back, but she just gotta know how. Like, she can't put her shoulders. I'm sorry to say it like this. Like, I don't talk like that to me. Anyway, you can't put those things on your shoulders right now. Like, I mean, not your shoulders, but she got her emotions on her shoulders right now, and and the predators on here that see that weakness, they just gonna eat it. They gonna chew it up, and they gonna spit it back in her face, and she's gonna fucking react in ways that she don't want to react.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to ask her, like, give me something that you proud of.
No,
like,
thing is, this nigga's in.
No, but Barry, that is bait too, because they would use that too. With positive things in your life too, they'll make that a negative somehow.
I mean, but how could you make something negative that you're proud of?
What do you mean? People are talented on here, okay?
Yeah, but if you're proud of something, you shouldn't give a fuck about what people think on her. Like, I think that's the biggest issue on this shit.
It's not that she give a fuck, it's that, you know, like, for instance, you know when we going through stress and shit like that, like when somebody dies or somebody's sick in your life,
I'm on the clock. What you want? Some wheels?
To like other shit that normally wouldn't really impact you, it's impacting her right now. Remember she said her dad just had a heart attack, so.
Yeah. No, he had heart surgery, but the whole thing
because he had a heart attack. Like, she going through it right now. She going through the wire, man.
Yeah, but the thing of it is, man, like, you can't let people have that much power of you on this shit. You feel me? To where you really getting into your bag with that shit. You feel me?
No, I feel you. But at the same time, like,
you should. It's
she's still human though. You know what I mean? Yeah, true. Maybe she ain't human.
What just happened? Hold on.
No, I'm not saying that. Exactly. That's the point I'm saying, that we're all humans. And so what we know about humans is that until she puts that into grasp, that don't mean that her feelings are going to stop from feeling. You know what I mean? Like, she just had a human moment. That's why. And I think that's like in a bigger picture. Like, I feel like you're good,
nigga. The fuck?
Bro, you gotta be stressing if you ain't want to hear it told.
The Will Smith
what I'm saying is she was bringing up the
I mean, then y'all telling everybody your father died and shit. Like, that's crazy.
The Will Smith thing. It's just like,
y'all tripping. Like, I understand this one thing, and yeah, I mean, but when y'all need the ammo, like, I didn't even know nothing happened to her dad. So now, let's say I was somebody who talked shit about her. Boom, I'll just every time she come on here.
And at the end of the day,
y'all be giving ammo to people. Like, if you don't want to hear her say something, I understand, Barry. She be saying a lot of her problems and shit. If you want to hear her talk about it, just change the subject. Like, don't make her problems the subject. Like, because
that's what I was trying not to do. I didn't want to make her problems the subject.
Barry, you gotta change the subject completely. You gotta ask her about something else in her life.
I did.
What I'm saying?
That's exactly what I did. What the fuck is you listening to? I said,
y'all motherfuckers made her a topic.
I said, what about the stuff you accomplished?
No, she got a problem. Her problem is she responds to the negativity. She responds.
Yeah, that's her. That's why I told. Look, when I said.
But when y'all wanna tell people about something, y'all gotta like just change the subject and just think it over before y'all. I mean.
She wants to entertain, and like you said, that's what she wants. When I said something like do some positive, say something positive, she said I can't, and left. You feel me?
No, but I'm saying don't tell her to do it. You just do it. You know, get her to do it by doing it. You know what I'm saying? You don't tell somebody to do something. You know,
also, she doesn't want to share anymore. I feel like just because of what just happened.
She want to share. Like, she want to share her problem.
I understand, but even like
sharing. No, she said something simple, Barry.
Like, especially.
She said something simple. She said, "I'm 30 years old and I've been through more problems than a 40-year-old." That's the type of shit she was about to say, and you thought she was about to go into a rant, and you stopped her. Nah, I mean, and it made it, you know, something deeper than it was. She was just
I saw the
Let's still sharing details about her life. She didn't feel like sharing. That's what she was trying to tell you. She didn't want to share anything.
But she is sharing. My thing is she was sharing her problems. Like, let's be real. Like,
she didn't want to share, period, because of that comment.
Yes, she did.
Good or bad.
Listen, we didn't make her share anything. Everything she said.
I understand, but Barry, because you were trying to change it to something positive, she was still, in her mind, she was probably like, okay, well, I don't want to share anything right now. You know?
No, she was about to go into sharing a whole lot of in-depth stuff. She just said something good and went straight into what she was saying, like, well, you know, I've been going through a lot. It's just like, all right, you worried about it too much. That's what I'm saying. Like,
no, all she said was
you gotta find.
She said I'm 30 years old, but I was 22 days ago or something like that.
You ain't gonna never find a solution. I focus on solutions.
Yo, let's not talk about it. Y'all seen they found a suspect of interest. A person wanted of interest of the dude who shot that motherfucker.
Yo, I got 2 fucking alerts for that shit today. How many did you get?
I also think too that,
I don't know.
like, in the bigger picture of things, like,
it hit my phone twice.
When people are going through stuff or whatever, like, as a society as a whole, we criticize and we bash them for being exactly what they are, is human. Showing emotion, showing expression, and etc., right? And so, in that moment, yeah, true, we only thinking about our self-preservation at that time, but we also got to put ourselves in their shoes. There's been times when we was acting irrational. There was times where shit was on. I've heard some of y'all talk on here, and some of y'all know what it feel like for your parent to die, or you coming close to death, and etc. So imagine when you was going through that time, how would it have felt for somebody to show an open ear, show some compassion. That's how I feel about the Will Smith thing. Like, yeah, true, he did that bad shit. Yeah, he did that idiot ass shit. But he still fucked up, and as a human, I fucked up too. And I could relate to him in that regard.
Yeah.
That's facts.
I'm mad that I came back and I don't know what the fuck happened. And all I kind of figure out is that Barry said something to fucking Pisces. And this shit is fucking crazy.
No, what happened was Pisces was about to kind of like going into like in depth of like, you know, she in her depression, you know what I'm saying? Like I was trying to be comical, like, you know, like let's focus on something else, you know what I'm saying? Let's focus on something positive. I guess she kept giving the box attention and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel you and your intention. I totally do. But sometimes, like, the way you responded as if she would have responded like how Barry would respond. You got to think about how maybe Pisces would have responded.
Yeah. You gotta be more tactical. You know what? This is the second time in these months that this has. We literally today in my team meeting we had this conversation about how to. It was actually more about how to redirect gossip while at work, and it's kind of in the same sense like he was trying to redirect the emotional, I guess, conversation that she was doing with something else. But there's tactics and ways to pivot. And sometimes you don't really need it. I think today she's been chilling with us for, you know, a couple of months now. And you can see obviously even in this question she was going through it. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just gotta let people talk through things so that they can get it out and off their chest if that's what they want to do. Some people rather keep it in or whatever, but hey, if this is an open forum, if she wants to talk, let her get it off her chest. You know what I mean? You never, you don't know. You don't know that her getting it off her chest right there, just saying certain things, could have saved her from crying in her pillow at night because she just got it off that emotional stress just talking about it to other individuals. You know what I mean? Just getting that out. I don't know.
I mean, I be kind of like sometimes thinking. I apologize if I did. I mean, she ain't in here, but.
Yeah, I wasn't in here. I don't even know what the fuck you did. I wasn't even in here.
No, I didn't do nothing wrong. I didn't do no. She started giving a lot of attention to the box. She started giving a lot of attention to the box, and somebody said something about her kid.
I don't think you did anything. I don't think you did anything with wrong with neither, Barry. I think it. If anything, I think it was a learning experience. You know, like even outside of chat, like this type of shit happens all the time. This shit used to happen to me all the time. Like I used to respond to people being completely insensitive and didn't realize that I was being insensitive. It happens.
Because you would think logically.
Yeah, I honestly just, I ain't gonna lie, that shit was kind of bringing me down. You know what I'm saying? And I just like how we kept saying, like, focus on positive things. Like she was in Discord saying a lot of the same thing, and it's just like you beating yourself up so much that you can't even be positive.
Yeah. But then you know, when you're in that, it's like I call it like a tunnel zone. Like they just tunnel in that line, man. It's like damn, but they the only ones that can pull themselves out though.
See, I always had this thing about, like, I used to make myself like this vision board when I wake up. And I used to have like always look at the glass half full. Solutions over problems. You know what I'm saying? Like just little quotes like that. And that shit really used to help me, you know what I'm saying?
Candy, sweet as gold. Come on, bitch, that Tootsie Roll.
Okay, we ain't that freak, nigga.
You know how
He's gonna get up and do the Tootsie Roll.
Yeah, I did too. Hey man, that last freak nigga that they had in, what was that, 2018 or 19? That shit was whack as fuck.
I look at Dina, I don't think she knows what the Tootsie Roll is.
Yeah, she don't know what it is.
Do Canadians even know what Tootsie Rolls is?
Yeah. Cleo don't know what it is either. Cleo, what's a Tootsie Roll?
It's like that chocolate taffy thing.
Okay, but what is the dance?
What about in hip hop culture? What's Tootsie Roll in hip hop culture?
I don't know about the Tootsie Roll. Goddamn, y'all young as shit.
I don't think it's an age.
She don't know about the Tootsie Roll. She too young for you. I'm just fuck around.
That's kind of like a flat saloon. Why you bullshit?
That's the motherfucking move right there, Messi. What you mean?
That's kind of true for me. There's certain songs I play that you don't know nothing about. That was like
she's Googling about
black culture.
Yeah, like maybe you guys don't know anything about Naughty by Nature.
Unless you like from another country though.
Yeah, we know you know the Tootsie Roll person. We know you know.
Yeah, Prissy was doing that shit. You feel me? Hey, she remember the Freak Nick. Prissy was at the Freak Nick. Look at her.
Yeah, but most of us was too young for Tootsie. I mean, when Tootsie Roll came out, I was in elementary.
I was in elementary school. But
what's up? It's Pisces.
once I started smoking weed.
Are you good, Earl?